Honorable Minister Cele, the Minister of Safety and Security in South Africa, all the brigadiers and colonels, captains, majors, I stand here before you as a former police officer with 60 years of police experience in my house. Between me and my father, we have 60 years of police experience. And I'm standing here as a leader of an organization who was established during 2016. We called ourselves the Boere Legioen for one reason, and that is to protect the food security in this country and help protecting it. Still many white former police are out there. They are still out there offering their duties and their abilities and their professionalism as civilians to join the police in the fight against crime. We did call on all organizations today to come here. We called on them. What a shame that a call to mobilize a community against the murders of farmers in South Africa resulted in organizational leaders stopping and criticizing and putting stuff in the road to prevent this action from escalating. Wat 'n mooi gesig sou dit nie gewees het as die plaasboere wat direk betrokke is, wat direk die slagoffers is van plaasmoorde en plaasaanvalle. Hulle trekkers geklim het, hulle lorries gebring het, die strate toegemaak het en 'n hele gemeenskap is gemobiliseer om vir minister Cele te sê, u is die hoof van die polisie. U is in staat om transito-rowers in hulle spore te stuit. You are capable to police this country. You are in the position to give the orders to stop the murders on farms and to police it effectively. As die hele gemeenskap hier kon wees vandag om daai boodskap uit te dra, dan moes dit groot gewig gedra het. I want to salute one organization leader that I saw here today in the name of Mr. Devon Hofmeyer from the Bitreinders. I salute you that you, despite of all the negativity, Mr. Hofmeyer, that you came to attend with us. Be guided into the premises, and here we are standing as the community of Brits, awaiting the minister to come and listen to the grievances. We are here standing, waiting for him to come and address us on the issue of farm murders. And unfortunately, I think we have to go on with the program. Luckily, we have the technology so that we can give the message and he can, inside the building perhaps, where he is protected by his guards and bodyguards, he can sit there and watch. So, my message is very short. Mr. Minister, we as the white people and the Europeans of South Africa, we feel left out when the minister say nothing on public TV when a farmer is murdered. We feel neglected when the minister go on stage and celebrate the life of a singer who is killed by a gang of thugs and murderers. But when a 14-year-old boy in Delmas is shot point blank by a criminal, we don't hear anything from the minister. I want to remind the minister that we as the Boers of South Africa, we as the white people of South Africa, under the ANC government, we are also children of Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa. We are also in need of protection. Hear the cry of the Boers. Hear the cry of the white people also. In 1 month, 7 farmers that occupied land and that worked that land and that produced food for you were brutally murdered. And then we get the impression that when a man like Brendan Horner got murdered, a young man that had a future in front of him got murdered, then we got the impression that the minister gave privileged behandeling, geef voorregbehandeling vir a guy that chants kill the boer, kill the farmer. Where we experienced at Senekal, when we gathered as concerned people, concerned citizens of South Africa, where we gathered to go protest in front of the court, where we gathered to protest in front of the court, the police guided Mr. Malema into the stadium with 20 police vehicles. Taxpayers' money that was used to guide and to protect a political leader who is not the president of South Africa, who is not in government. But when the Boer leaders stood there and tried to go into the town to go and protest against this brutal murder of one of our young sons, the young sons of also from this soil. The young boys that was murdered, he was born from this soil. We just wanted to go and protest and ask the police some questions. We were blocked by the police when we entered the town. Then Mr. Cele sat next to Mr. Malema in a court, knowing that Mr. Malema is not opposing the murders of white farmers. Now my plea, Mr. Minister, I worked under your command between 2000 and when you were appointed as the Commissioner of Police. I worked under your command. I experienced you as an excellent police commissioner. You were the one who went on public media, declared war against criminals. You even instigated the police to shoot the bloody bastards. You declared war against criminals. And I admired you for that when I was still in the police, working under your command, knowing that I had much more experience and work years of duty than you have when you came into the police. But I admired you for that as a leader. But as a minister, I'm feeling neglected. We feel rejected when political leaders incite the killing of the Boers, and you do nothing about it. Incite violence against a certain race. And therefore, Minister, I, as the leader of the Boerelegioen, extend a hand. And I think I extend the hand of a lot of police and SANDF veterans to join in the fight against crimes as civilians now. We are civies now. But I think we can contribute a lot towards the fight against crime, especially the fight against crime in the rural areas, which left a vacuum when you disbanded the commandos back in 1999. And we don't say bring back the commandos. We formed organizations, and there's lots of private organizations being formed that can fill the gap. That can fill the gap to police and to maintain law and order in the rural areas. And we extend a hand. And my question and my plea to you is, Mr. Minister, don't clap away the hand. Don't treat us because we are white and because we come from a former dispensation. Don't treat us as the enemy because we are not the enemy. We are fighting against the same enemy. And the name of that enemy is not politics. The name of that enemy is not black people. The name of that enemy is not white people. The name of that enemy is not Indian people or colored people. The name of that enemy is crime. And we need to stand together against crime. I thank you.
We respect each other. He must respect us. Recheswa kile tsatsi here. Riacha udutse na di office mani. Now, South Africans, I carry this cross, the whole South Africa, whereby I've been attacked. Hey, where's Amuteu? Because I care for my country, I care for the farmers here in South Africa who have been killed. Some of the speakers of Koloma, after that, then Sukniki platform, Suknika Imobaranda. South Africans, history making that the minister is here and he knows me. The minister, I am the part of the National Rural Safety Tax team. That's why he's here to support this thing. That's why he's here to listen to you, the farmers. Now, Devon of my Yarkan, Aseptic Comprata, Sepliefman, by a donkey.
Thank you to everybody. Thank you for the community standing here today. Black and white, we thank you all for being here. I hope everybody here understands why you're standing here. We're not standing here for give out and coming to a minister and maybe getting something. I think the signal is getting bad. Or try and, we call it in Afrikaans, gat kruip from a minister. Mr. Bekkie Cele, you are standing in front of a community here that's worried. Where's the answers we've been waiting for? Not only on farm, I'm not only talking about farms now, because this whole thing here has been pushed a little bit aside instead of farm murders. What's happening in our communities? Every person standing here from Brits is fearing for their lives every single day, and they are not getting the answers that they need. Why?
That's a good question.
So you're a politician, a minister, you are set here to serve this community. Not scare them or intimidate them. You're here to serve this community. What is going to be put in place to stop farm murders? We want that answer while the community is standing here. You guys should have figured it out by now. What is going to be put in place? We need action from you guys. And if you don't want to do action, give us the privilege to do it ourselves. Where's the commando corps gone to? That we've had on our farms, protecting our farmers day in, day out. They weren't hurting people. They weren't shooting white, black people on the streets. They were protecting the farmer and its assets. Looking after these people standing here. If you guys don't have the resources to do it, give us a bit of charge and we will do it for you guys. As easy as that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The last one, General Isaac, kan je alsjeblieft kom bietjie net so 5 minute alsjeblieft my hoor. Baie dankie.
I already spoke. I think all the stuff is captured on the social media and the minister can go. Minister, what I want to say is I served under your command between 2000, when were you appointed? 2005, 6. Yeah. Between 2006 and 2009 when I left the police. And as I said before, I received public announcements that you made when you said that criminals must be dealt with the same force they are killing the communities. And since you became minister, you became silent about it. Even you are silent about the murders on farms. When I asked the police to make a public announcement or condemn the criminals in public, because we must remember that communication is 90% of a war. You either lose or win a war by means of the effectiveness you are communicating. And whenever a farmer is murdered, in fact, when Brendan Horner, a young boy of this soil, was murdered by thugs, we were waiting for the police to condemn it in public. We were waiting for the minister to make a media statement and condemn it in public. Not even provincial commissioners these days. When someone else is murdered, there's public announcements. And Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa must take the responsibility not only over the majority. We are also your children, Mr. Minister. We are also your children. And the farmers that you are see standing here and who are connected on the social media, and I was made aware of there's thousands of them that are watching this. There's a cry. There's an outcry. We need the police to step in. We need the minister to step in and to allow us also to live a proper life in South Africa. Thank you very much.
We, Petrus Pagamesito, Andre Fernandez, thank you for your attendance and accepting our memorandum on behalf of the victims of farm and farm workers. We are talking about all races, agriculture, environment attacks. Now, Minister, thank you very much, South Africans. Now, I'm going to hand over to the Minister of Police, Cele, to answer and also to sign this memorandum. And I pray, history is going to be made here in Brits, that the minister will go back to the office and will come back with the answers, as I am the part of the National Rural Safety Tax team. But today, I am part of the farmers and farmers. I'm an activist. Thank you. Over to you, Minister.
You must sign that one and take that other one.
Thank you very much, Ntatu Sito. Greeting you and your leadership, the provincial commissioner here, the district commissioner, the divisional commissioner, Mayor Piner acting, the chair of the CPF here in Pachanala, and in the province of Northwest. But more than anybody, that I greet are the people that have taken trouble to come here to meet us and bring their problems in front and in the doorstep of the government. I didn't get the name of the former member of the South African Police that spoke here. Yes, sir. Well, sometimes information doesn't go where it's supposed to go. What he said is not really true. Not just I spoke about the killing of the young man, Hon. I visited the family, by the way. I went to see his family, let alone talking about it. I did go, I sat down, I saw the mother, I saw the father, we sat down in their sitting room and we spoke. Not only that, I went to court. When those initial arrested people appeared in court, I was in court. So it will be good to understand these things and to get a proper information before you make a public announcement on things that you don't know very well. And there's nothing wrong to ask if you suspect your information. If somebody has asked me about the young man, Horn, very young man, about 20 if I'm not mistaken, who was killed there, who was a farm manager there. Very sad story and all that. So I want to put that aside. Thank you very much, everybody. I had to get a special permission. President, as I speak, he's in cabinet. I said, Mr. President, I'm called by the people out there. Can I please leave the cabinet and go there? And President said, you walk and meet the people. I'm very glad that I'm here. Use the station, use the management, use this provincial commissioner who's responsible for Northwest, use this district commissioner who's responsible for your district, use that Pina Rosa one. Use this general who's responsible for is acting divisional commissioner of policing. If you don't have cars, you don't have police, you don't have, she's responsible. Call her, ask her, and demand what it belongs to you. And if all is not happening, call Cele to come and bring them in front of you so that we work together. I do want to work together with you. We don't have to be friends, by the way. We don't have to press. We don't have to love me. I don't have to love you. But we are bound to work together besides being friends. Friends, if it happens that we are friends, it's fine. If it happens that we drink whiskey together, it's fine. Anyway, I don't drink wood. I drink Coke Zero and I drink water. So I'm cheap. You can make me your friend. But I'm not begging you to make me my friend. And I'm not begging you to be my friend. But we are bound to work together. Whether we love or we hate each other, that's not a business of us. Ours is to work together. Thank you very much.
I thank you very much, Minister. I thank you by everything, and I hope that God will touch your heart. You will see the South African before you see the politicians. God will touch your heart before you see the organization, see the South Africans who are struggling, who need your help. I thank you. Amanda!
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Look for a job. You go to the station and get a job. You can't get a job from the
Exactly.
They don't have to push you, please.